In this video, we're diving into how to set up custom post types inside WordPress when you're hosting your site on Bluehost, specifically for creating directory style listings. What's going on, everyone? My name is Eric Hunsaker, and on this channel, we cut through the fluff to help you build your first website and actually understand how everything fits together without getting lost in the tech jargon. So if you've ever tried to build a directory style site, maybe a real estate, doctors, local businesses, or anything where each listing needs its own layout and data, you've probably run into the limits of default WordPress posts. That's where custom post types come in. They let you organize your site around the type of content that you're working with. And today I'll walk you through exactly how to set them up step by step. Let's get into it. What are custom post types really? All right, before we dive into the setup, let's talk about what custom post types even are. So out of the box, WordPress gives you a couple standard content types: posts and pages. That's it. You might also have media files and maybe products if you're using WooCommerce. But anything outside of that, you're stuck unless you create a new type. Let's say you're building a real estate site. You want to show listings, each with a price, square footage, location, and maybe a contact button. Custom post types let you say, hey, WordPress, I want a new section on my site called listings, and I want each post in that section to behave like its own structured entry. It gives you more control over how your content is stored, displayed, and organized, especially for something like a directory. And here's the best part. Even if you're not a developer, you can set this up. How to set up custom post types the easy way, with a plugin. So if you're just trying to get something working quickly without writing code, this is the best way. The plugin I recommend for this is Custom Post Type UI. You can find it in the WordPress plugin directory and just search for it inside your dashboard. Install and activate Custom Post Type UI. So if you don't already have a WordPress account, you can get started with Bluehost to host your WordPress website. They've got a few different plans to choose from. The starter plan starting at $1.99 per month. The e-commerce essentials starting at $6.99 per month. You can go ahead and choose the plan that's right for you. And then once you go ahead and log into Bluehost, this is what your dashboard will look like. And you can go ahead and click on Add Site or Edit Site if you have one going. So I'm gonna go ahead into my WordPress dashboard here for this example, and we're gonna go ahead and go to plugins. And from here, we'll go ahead and click on Add Plugin, and we're gonna go ahead and search for Custom Post Type UI. And we'll go ahead and click on Install Now, and we'll go ahead and click on Activate. Okay, sweet. Once we have that installed, we're gonna come over here to the left-hand side. We're gonna click on the CPT UI and click on Add/Edit Post Types. So go ahead and click on that. Now you can start creating entries in your new custom post type. So let's go ahead and set this up. So we'll call this the post type slug. We'll call this listings. The plural label will be listings. The singular will be listing. So for this has archive section here, we'll set that to true. And we'll also set this publicly queryable to true as well. All right, and we'll go ahead and click on Add Post Type. And now you'll see over here on the left-hand side, we have this new option here called My Listings. Adding custom fields with ACF, Advanced Custom Fields. All right, so here's where the real magic happens. You want each listing to have its own fields, like phone number, address, hours, maybe even a map or a contact form. That's where Advanced Custom Fields comes in. So install and activate the ACF plugin. So we'll come back over here to plugins. We'll go add plugin. We'll look for the Advanced Custom Fields plugin, and we'll go ahead and click Install Now. We'll go ahead and click on Activate. Now over here on the left-hand side, we'll click on the ACF plugin, and here inside of this, under the field groups, we'll click on Add New, and we'll create a field group. So then we're going to add fields for things like price, location, phone number, etc. Now when you create a new listing, instead of just a blank text editor, you'll see all these fields that we've created here. So it's clean, it's organized, and it makes managing content so much easier. So let's go ahead and set up a few here. So we'll go ahead and we'll just call this name, field name, single word name, and we'll go ahead and click Add Field. Now here we'll go ahead and we'll call this one address, and we'll come down here to this Google map. We'll go ahead and add a field. We'll select number. We'll call this price. Field label, call this price. We'll go ahead and click Add Field, and we'll call this agent phone number. We'll show this field group if post type is equal to, and we'll select listing. And we'll go ahead and click on Save Changes. So now if we come over here to listings, we'll go to all listings. We'll come here, we'll click in Add New Listing. And now if we scroll down here, we'll see these options here that we went ahead and created. So here under listings, this is those fields that we just just created. So we've got the name, maybe this is Modern Farmhouse Meets the Coast. Price is $5 million. Phone number we'll leave blank, and we'll go ahead and we'll call this name the same here. And then this is where we can go ahead and start to add the content here. So maybe we'd have some pictures and stuff here. So let's go ahead and really quickly just click publish. And now we can go click view listing. And here we go. Now we have this posting here. How to display custom post types on your website. Okay, so now that you've built your custom post type and added custom fields, you might be wondering, where do they actually show up? And there are a couple ways to handle this. Option one, using a page builder, Elementor, for single entry layouts. So with Elementor Pro, which is the paid version, you can create a single post template that automatically pulls in your ACF fields. So every listing page has a custom look without any extra work. However, the dynamic capability isn't available in the free Elementor. And if you want to build the layout yourself using drag and drop without code, you'd need Elementor Pro. Now, option two is to use WordPress's built-in archive feature for a listing page, which is free. So even if you're using free tools, you can have a listings page that automatically lists all your listings, very much like your blog page does for posts. So here's how. We want to make sure that has archive is enabled. So when setting up your custom post type with custom post type UI, we already set has archive to true. This tells WordPress to create an automatic archive page for your listings. Accessing your listings archive. So once you've published a few listings, simply visit yourwebsite.com/listing, and then this URL acts like your standard blog page, automatically displaying all the individual listings that you create. Styling the archive page. Themes archive template. So your theme may have a default archive template that styles the page decently, using a well-coded theme. If you choose themes like Astra, Kadence, or Blocksy, which are all great free options, they often have good support for custom post type archives. Custom CSS. If you need more control, you can add your own CSS to tweak the appearance. Bonus, add categories and filters with custom taxonomies. Now, one more tip before we move on. If you want to organize your listings even further, you can create something called a custom taxonomy. This is just a fancy way of saying a new category or tag system. For example, if you're running a job board, you might create a taxonomy for job type with options like full-time, part-time, freelance, etc. So can you do this all on Bluehost? Absolutely. Bluehost runs WordPress just like any other host. You've got full access to the plugin directory, and you can upload themes, install Elementor, and add ACF, whatever you want, or by using the Bluehost file manager or FTP to safely edit the functions.php file. Pro tip, if you're editing theme files, use a child theme so your customizations aren't lost during updates. Now, if this sounds too technical, just stick with the plugin method. It's user-friendly, easy to update, and works perfectly on Bluehost. So the big idea here is that custom post types just make your site feel more like an app, where each type of content has its own structure. Instead of having all of your content mixed in with blog posts, you can create dedicated spaces for your listings, products. Using Bluehost, you can easily install all the necessary plugins. Custom post type UI for creating your custom types, ACF for adding fields, and even free tools for themes that let you display a dynamic archive page for your listings. So if you're serious about building a directory site or any kind of structured site, don't sleep on custom post types. Now, if you want to get started with Bluehost or any of the products that we talked about today, you'll find links for them down in the description below. Now, these are affiliate links, which means we do earn a small commission when you use them at no extra cost to you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using them, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on this channel, we make videos dedicated to how to create websites, explore different website builders, discuss domain names, and so much more. So be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.